Podcasting from Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, New York. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Hey everyone, thank you for joining me this morning. It's morning for me as usual, whenever you choose to listen to this in the morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime. I always appreciate the looks, the likes, the support, and I will always definitely appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell on my YouTube channel. For you guys who are looking at the video right now, as I said before, I'm at Floyd Bennett Field, and you could probably see one of the dilapidated barracks behind me. It's a nice little piece of history over here. I like coming out here once in a while, and I recorded something out here one time before. Nice, it's quiet, and it's just nice to come out here if you just want to get away from a good piece of the city, because it's kind of far, and it's basically a reserved piece of land. Well, that's not what I wanted to talk to you today about anyways. I want to talk to you about true value in yourselves. I always have to spend every day reflecting about these things, and I hope that you spend each day reflecting on your true value as well, only because many of us can easily be in a season of our lives where we feel we're undervalued, or we may have even been devalued by our own selves at times. A lot of times we are our own worst enemy. But then we have a lot of people who are not going to see what's inside of you, and we use in our systems to maintain some kind of order and structure. We use a lot of these systems that aren't really accurate with gauging people in what they're really good and great at, or at least a lot of these systems that we're used to aren't really made to pull out the best. Now, there are plenty of courses in emotional intelligence, personal growth, professional growth, and these are things that we could all take bits and pieces of to grow ourselves. But we also have to remember, we have to keep in mind that surviving, which is what many people think that we have to do every single day, surviving is only supposed to be for a season. Sometimes that season could be years, sometimes it could be months, sometimes it could be something internally, sometimes you could be around the wrong people, the wrong atmosphere, or you could just have the wrong factors going on for you at that moment. But I want to always iterate and reiterate and drive it some more. You have to find your proper value within yourself, because once you are confident in yourself, not cocky, not overconfident, because that's a surefire way to get knocked down, because pride goeth before the fall. But you want to be confident in who you are, and every time you take a step out of your comfort zone to grow yourself, whatever that is. It could be something as simple as talking to people. It could be something as simple as a hobby that you really enjoy, and you just take it a step further, whether it could be commercializing it, whether it could be doing a collaboration with somebody. It could be something that you like to do with drawing. It could be something that you've always been attracted to do, but you never found the time to really expand and explore. Each time you take a step forward outside your comfort zone into what's really inside of you, you know it's what you enjoy doing, or probably what you were born to do, and you see someone else doing it and they're resonating with you. That's always an opportunity to grow. You always have to take an opportunity to grow, because the more you grow, the more you learn, the more you want to do, the more you do, the more you grow. It's that beautiful cycle, but you can't do that if you're in the wrong atmosphere or if you're in the wrong mindset. But also, remember, you could be in a time that's challenging, like I said before, in a season where you may not feel your value. You may not see the silver lining. You may not see the end of the rainbow. But it's there definitely. You just have to stay focused on it. And even sometimes you may get upset because they may not value at your job, or they may not value in your home, which is worse. You have to keep in mind to do what you need to do, because you will get stuck in a possible cycle at home or a job. I'm going to focus on jobs because many people are stuck in a cycle at job, but I've seen a whole lot of people trying to get out of that and attempting to get out of that and actually making strides, which is great, which is not what I'm used to seeing with, past generations. And as coming up as a young man and a young boy, I'm seeing a lot more people going and stepping out and doing what they like doing and actually enjoying it, as opposed to staying in the construct, what people will call the social construct of what is supposed to be the blueprint of the American dream. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, go to work, perform good enough, and then retire, and then the end. There's no in between. There's nothing after you retire. There's nothing outside of the regular construct of what people feel is success, whether it could be getting that home and 2.3 kids and the white picket fence and the dog and a cat, and then that's it. No, that's not it. Those are things that you could attain. Those are things that you could probably use. You could say reward yourself, but you could also use those things to help build a foundation for your family, so at least you have more space, more room. But it's a tool. It shouldn't be a lifetime goal, but it is a big thing to get a house, because everyone should have their own space, because you need your own space, even individually in your own home. If you have a family, everyone needs your own space. But you make sure you have that space wherever it is, even if it's only for a few minutes a day. Think about that idea that you have in your head. Think about that business model that you have. Think about that possibly trip that you may want to take, but think about these things that you could probably do to increase your value. Because if you do not increase your own value, people will not see it. And people may see it, but they could easily be frustrated that, you're not seeing it. I could definitely attest to that, because I fell victim to that plenty of times, where people would see things in me and I wasn't there. I wasn't there mentally. I wasn't there spiritually. I wasn't there to see how people saw me through their eyes. I wish I had that ability. I wish I was blessed with that ability. But you have to wake something up inside of you. Something could probably happen to wake something up inside of you, something to shake you up. Sometimes when something fires you up, that's probably the kick in the pants that you needed, because there are a few times I needed that at times. But there are times as well you need to sit down and relax and meditate. Not meditate on the wrong thing, meditate on you. I'll say meditate on the Father's word, because if you really understand what Elohim has in store for you, you will come out of a state of survival, and you would get into a state where you want to thrive. And every time you take one step forward in becoming yourself, in increasing your value in the Father's kingdom, not man's construct, not man's system, because man easily and always continuously devalues people and have people caught up in a whirlwind, and when things don't go their way, they go in a tailspin, because they have nothing else to hold on to or adhere to. They tie their own value to what other people feel is valuable. There's a lot of people who are in positions that you figure shouldn't be in those positions. How do they get in that position? Well, the system of man is not perfect, wherever that may be. Could be politics, could be corporate, wherever it is. You know that you could probably do certain things better than people, not to be cocky. You probably need to be somewhere else that you don't need to be. Just keep working on that. But get out of that mindset, because bad things can happen. That's for a time. So you're going to have to understand how to move yourself properly. You're going to have to understand how you are valuable. You have to understand what's inside of you to give value to yourself. So I want to make sure you guys understand what value is. Keep trying, no matter what it is. Even if people may think it's a waste of time, depending on what it is, you have to gauge and have discernment if there are certain things you do have proper value to you, if certain things are productive to build yourself and others around you. That's always the key. That's always the goal. Never lose sight of that. Well, anyways, that's all I have for today. You could always catch the rest of my content on www.brooklynbaritone.com. You can also catch my YouTube podcast on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. I am also on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. You can also find me under Instagram and Facebook. I am also on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Play Store, and Amazon Music under podcasts. Make sure you guys check me out. I appreciate, again, the support. You will hear from me next week. I want you guys to stay blessed, walk good, and remember your value. I'm out.